WRESTLEDUDE!
Hello you guys and welcome back to the WRESTLEDUDE channel here. Jacob as always, and we are here for another episode of WWE Superstar Paints. And this comes from our poll from our last episode of WWE Superstar Paints, where you guys got to choose between the Demon, Finn Balor, or the Ultimate Warrior. And the ones that you guys voted for the most was the Ultimate Warrior. So we are going to be doing the Ultimate Warrior's face paint from his last appearance on WWE television with the Ultimate Warrior face paint, which I have 4 colors here that you'll need: orange, green, pink, and black for the inner part. Thank you guys for voting in that poll, and thank you for leaving a like. As I said on the last episode, if the video got to 5 likes, that's when I would work on the next episode, and the same thing applies for this video. The next time that this video gets 5 likes, that's when I'll start working on the next episode. And just like the last episode where there was a poll featuring 2 choices of Superstar face paints, there's going to be a poll up in the corner, which will be popping up right now, which will give you the option to vote between 2 new Superstar face paints. We've done Sting and Stardust, and we're about to do the Ultimate Warrior. Which one's going to be next? You guys vote, and I'll do it. So here we go. Let's get on with the Ultimate Warrior's face paint.
Okay, so here we are. We're getting started off with the Ultimate Warrior face paint. We're going to start off by using a little bit of black just to do the inner parts. You can do this either way. You can go outer to inner part. I just decided to go inner to outer just because I felt like it would be much better. Right here we're just doing some outlining, outlining the eyebrows part. There's a little crease where it comes up to a point on each layer of coloring, so you want to make sure that you get that very good. And also you want to measure out your nose. I was just going off of a picture of the face paint. It probably would have been better and more realistic to go off a picture of it actually on the Ultimate Warrior's face. That way I could see where it stops on his nose, which you'll see in the finished product. How on the nose part it kind of didn't come out how I wanted to, but everything else turned out pretty well. So this is just our black. We're going to be doing the black outline, and then we'll do green, then pink, then orange, and then you guys will be able to see the finished product. And I want to thank you guys for supporting this series thus far. I know this is a very interesting series. I came up with this series because I'm really into artistic arts and crafts stuff. I love to paint. I love to draw, doodle. I love to color with markers, crayons, paints, and stuff like that. And I thought this would be a pretty cool series because there's a lot of cool superstars that wear face paint in professional wrestling. We had Sting, we had the Ultimate Warrior, we had Doink the Clown. Maybe that might be on a future episode, I don't know. But if you guys haven't already voted in the poll, please make sure that you do. I'm very excited for our next episode. It has 2 really great options, so go ahead and vote there. As I continue on, now I'm using the green. And also, while doing this, I wore my Macho Man Randy Savage shirt. I don't have any Ultimate Warrior t-shirts, which kind of sucks because he had some pretty cool t-shirts now looking online at them. But it is pretty good wearing the Macho Man Randy Savage t-shirt, because one of the first matches that I watched of the Ultimate Warrior was Randy Savage versus the Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania, and that was actually one of the first retro matches that I ever watched. And I don't really watch that many retro matches just because, I don't know, I just kind of like the more current style. I couldn't really get into the whole retro style just because it just seemed a little bit too hokey for me. I mean, it is all hokey, but just back then it just kind of seemed to be pretty basic stuff. But Ultimate Warrior versus Randy Savage was a match that I could really get into. I don't know how or why. I just really enjoyed it, especially the ending where Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth got back together. That was really cool. But yeah, it is still one of my favorite retro matches, as you see here, me spilling pink paint. yeah, you want to be very careful with these paints. I probably put in way too much paint on that palette considering how much I actually use, so in the future I need to make sure that I measure out the right amount of paints. Also, thank you everybody for the great comments on my hair. This is a really good hairstyle that I like. Some people have said that it looks like Kurt Hawkins, which I would agree. Yeah, there are several other superstars that it looks like. Mike Kanellis or Mike Bennett. What else is there? There's a couple other ones there, but yeah, thank you for all the nice comments. It was very nice to hear that. I do like this hairstyle. It's pretty easy to keep up with. You just kind of have to get a haircut every couple of weeks. I usually get a one on the sides, and then I'm letting the top grow out. Also, if you've seen my Instagram story at all, you'd see how long my freaking bangs have gotten. They're pretty much all the way down to the bottom of my nose. Oh, and look at me, I'm already getting the Ultimate Warrior, the powers of the Ultimate Warrior coming through me. And for this next part, you don't want to use the big paintbrush the whole time. This is me right now. I'm getting out my smaller paintbrush. It's much smaller. Now we're going to be doing the orange. This is the last part. Now the reason I wanted to use a smaller brush on some of the stuff, I do go back to a bigger brush, but I want to get some of the more finer details out. Now I will end up using the bigger paintbrush here in a little bit, but just for some minor details, you know, around the nose area and stuff like that, where it's much smaller, I wanted to use the smaller brush in order to not run into the pink and green colors. Otherwise it'd just get this weird little mashup color. It'd be very weird. So this is me going back for my bigger paintbrush. Now this is where we start getting into the bigger parts. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What is your favorite Ultimate Warrior match or Ultimate Warrior moment? I know there's a lot of good ones. The Honky Tonk Man, him defeating the Honky Tonk Man, becoming the Intercontinental Champion, him defeating Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania. Are there any other ones that I'm missing out on? Let me know. And guys, it looks like we're about to finish up with our Ultimate Warrior face paint.
Now the spirit of a warrior is on my face for the most part. Some of it doesn't exactly look as good as I want it to be. Oh man, this does not look good. I don't know. So there you have it, the Ultimate Warrior face paint on the WrestleDude's face. It actually turned out a whole lot better than I thought it would, although I probably could have done better on some of the side lines, but and also the coloring might be a little bit off considering the lighting. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the Ultimate Warrior face paint, so don't forget to vote in the poll for what should be our next face paint tutorial, and don't forget to leave a like on the video, because once this video gets to 5 likes, I'm still doing 5 likes, I want to bump it up to 10 soon, but once this video gets 5 likes, that's when I'll start working on the next episode of WWE Superstar Paints, and who knows, maybe we'll expand this to even more pro wrestling companies. We might have already, who knows, maybe that poll, wherever it is, whichever corner it's in, maybe that poll will have a superstar face paint of a superstar that's not in WWE. Maybe it's just pro wrestling face paints. Who knows? But don't forget to vote in the poll, and I will see you guys in the next episode of Superstar Face Paints, and I will see you all next time on the WrestleDude channel. See ya!